Hello and welcome to another fantasy football series video number 57, and this is the Slavic Cup. Slavic nations, all the nations in Eastern Europe that make up the Slavic language, ethnic group category. I don't know what other word to use. And this is a tournament that has 13 nations. So I did a playoff between, in my opinion, the two worst teams on current form to decide who makes the final tournament of 12 teams, and that tournament is in a three groups of four format, similar to the old style of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. And the host nation I chose is Russia, as you can see over here. Now, the groups have already been made. As always, you guys know I do my own draw. I base things on a seeding, based on how I perceive the teams where they are at the current moment, as far as quality is concerned. This was something that was asked of me by a few of my subscribers. I finally got around to making it now. What's interesting is that Slavic countries are usually separated between East and West, and East, West, and South. So East Slavic nations such as Russia, Belarus, and the Ukraine and Poland. You get Western more with Czech Republic and Slovakia, and then you get the Southern Slavic, which is some of these countries double as the Balkans as well, with Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, Montenegro, Slovenia, and Bulgaria. So I thought it'd be a good idea, and it offers me almost a perfect number of teams to use. So I figure, you know what? Why not? It's very interesting. So the two lowest ranked teams, because only one of these teams here, as you can see, can fulfill the final slot, which is spot B3 in the tournament, according to my draw. And this will be contested in a two-legged playoff between the two worst teams in my view right now, Belarus and Slovenia, poor Slovenia, who may just, in fact, get relegated in the UEFA Nations League to League D. So, who's going to qualify for this main tournament? So the first leg I have here, Belarus versus Slovenia. I'm going with a 1-0 victory for Belarus. And then the return leg, yeah, guys, despite all of Slovenia's individual quality, I don't think they're going to qualify for this tournament. I'm going with a 1-1 draw in the second leg to send Belarus into the main tournament on aggregate score 2-1. I just think Slovenia are not in a good place right now, unfortunately. So Belarus qualify for the main tournament, and they will fulfill this little spot right here. So, guys, let's get right into it and predict this. Let's first go through the groups. So Group A, we have host nation Russia, Macedonia, Poland, and Bulgaria. I think I made a tweet about this a couple days ago. Group B is Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Belarus, who just qualified, and the Czech Republic. In Group C is Croatia, Slovakia, Ukraine, and Montenegro. So, without further ado, let's get to it. So, in the opening match between Russia and Macedonia, I'm going with an emphatic 3-0 victory for the host nation to get off to an uproarious start to their campaign in this tournament, 3-0 to Russia. And another match between Poland and Bulgaria, I'm going with a 2-1 win for Bulgaria here, guys. I don't think Poland, they've been struggling. They're officially relegated to League B of the Nations League. But even putting that aside, since the World Cup, post-World Cup, Poland's been not in a very good place after the managerial change from Adam Nawalka, finishing bottom, crashing out in the group stage of the World Cup after being a seeded team, hitting a little bit of a rough patch now. I don't think they're going through nearly as bad of a phase as, say, Slovenia are, but things aren't looking so great for Poland at the moment. Bulgaria, they're in hot contention to be promoted to League B from their group. They're in good form at the moment. Going with a 2-1 victory, like I said, for Bulgaria. Russia versus Poland and Bulgaria versus Macedonia. Now, even though everything I just said about Poland, matches between Russians and Poles tend to be very competitive because of the history and political stuff between the two countries. At Euro 2012, of which Poland co-hosted, they drew with Russia, who was in their group at the time. So I think Poland would return the favor here, and this match would end because of the fact that it's always a hot-blooded, competitive affair between Russia and Poland whenever they do meet. I'm going with a 1-1 draw between the two teams here. And Bulgaria versus Macedonia, I'm gone with a 1-0 Bulgaria victory. Bulgaria gets another win. They're on 6 points now and temporarily on top of the group. And on the final match day, Macedonia, who are on 0 points, plays Poland, who are 1 point. Bulgaria on 6 points and current group leaders against host nation Russia on 4 points. A little bit of a slight upset. Macedonia, who is in good position to be promoted from their group in League D and potentially grab one of the Euro 2020 spots, and Poland being where they are now. I'm going with a victory for Macedonia here, but I don't think it would be that much of a huge upset. I think it would just be slight. Macedonia, they have quality themselves in players like Tchaikovsky, Goran Pandev. And I would go here for I'll say a 2-1 victory for Macedonia. And then Bulgaria versus Russia. Bulgaria would only need a draw to win the group. Will they get it? No, they will not, because I predict Russia would beat Bulgaria. The host nation will beat Bulgaria 2-0. And because of that, Russia will leapfrog Bulgaria, finish on top of the group with 7 points from 2 wins and 1 draw. Bulgaria would come in second with 6 points, a strong second. Macedonia comes in third with 3 points, and they may just advance as one of the best third-place teams, still yet to be seen. And Poland on the bottom with 1 point, and honestly, Poland eliminated. Yeah, that's what I would have. And by the way, I switched the scores around by accident in Macedonia and Bulgaria and Poland's games. So yeah, I meant to say that Macedonia would they would beat Poland 2-1, and they would lose to Bulgaria 2-1 instead of 1-0. So anyway, moving along. So we have Serbia versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. I'm predicting this match would end in a high-scoring 2-2 draw. And the game between the Belarus and the Czech Republic, I've gone with a 2-0 victory for the Czech Republic. Between Serbia and Belarus, I have gone with a 4-1 victory for Serbia over Belarus. And the Czech Republic, Bosnia-Herzegovina, I've gone with a 2-1 win for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Bosnia-Herzegovina versus Belarus and the Czech Republic versus Serbia. I've gone with a 1-0 victory for Bosnia over Belarus to close out on 7 points. And the Czech Republic versus Serbia. A game in which I would feel Serbia should win, but I don't really trust Serbia that much in major tournaments. So I had this being a 1-1 draw between Czech Republic and Serbia. And because of that, it allows Bosnia to win the group on 7 points. Bosnia-Herzegovina on 7 points. But Serbia would still advance in second with 5 points. The Czech Republic would come in third with 4 points. And Belarus would come in last with 0 points. So Bosnia-Herzegovina and Serbia would go through. The Czech Republic already officially better than Macedonia, so they would go through as one of the best third-place teams, and Belarus would be out. Let's move on to the final group now. So Croatia versus Slovakia. This is Group C, and Ukraine versus Montenegro. I'm going with a 5-0 victory for Croatia over Slovakia, who, after the firing of their manager Jan Kozak, they are also, just as the slip of the tongue named Slovenia. I know a lot of people confuse Slovakia and Slovenia. They are also going through a bit of a slump lately. They are in the driver's seat to be relegated to League C of the Nations League. They're not doing too well. And I think Croatia, World Cup finalists, all the quality they still have on their team, even despite the post-World Cup retirements, they would slice and dice, to use the words of the Half Out Football Hut. They would crush Slovakia here in a strong opening to their campaign. 5-0. I'm going with the 5-0 here, actually. And then Ukraine versus Montenegro. I'm going with a 3-1 victory for Ukraine. I think Ukraine is looking really good under Andriy Shevchenko as manager. They've been officially promoted to League A, and I'm really looking forward to see how Ukraine show their worth amongst the very elite of European international football next season. So the next match, we have Croatia versus Ukraine, a match I would love to watch in person. And then we have Montenegro versus Slovakia. So Croatia versus the Ukraine. I think this would be one of the best matches of the tournament, but I would go with a victory here for Croatia, much slimmer than their victory over Slovakia. I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for Croatia over Ukraine. And then Montenegro versus Slovakia. I'm going to say a 1-0 victory for Montenegro. I think maybe Montenegro might be slightly overrated at the moment. But yeah, I don't think there'll be a convincing victory over Slovakia in this one. 1-0 over Slovakia, but Montenegro picks up the full 3 points. Slovakia versus Ukraine. Ukraine beat Slovakia. They're actually in the same group, in Group B1 of League B of the UEFA Nations League this season, but I don't want to be a bully. I feel bad. I want to give Slovakia something. I give them a draw here, and I think this match would end, let's say 1-1 between Slovakia and Ukraine, even though Ukraine did beat Slovakia last month. And then between Montenegro and Croatia, I've gone with a 2-0 victory for Croatia to close out the group. And this would put Croatia, the only team in the tournament so far, on a perfect 9 points. Ukraine would come in second with 4 points. Montenegro with 3 points. Slovakia with 1 point. So Slovakia would be eliminated. Croatia and Ukraine go through, but who goes through as the best third-placed finisher? Or, excuse me, the 2 of the 3 best third-place finishers? Well, we have Macedonia, Czech Republic, and Montenegro. Czech Republic goes through as the best one because they have 4 points. And between Macedonia and Montenegro, it is actually Macedonia who goes through on account of having scored more goals. Both teams have 3 points. Both teams have a -3 goal differential, but Macedonia have scored 3 goals to Montenegro's 2 goals, throwing a wrench into the system. Yes, Macedonia advances to the quarterfinals. So let's get to the quarterfinals. And so the quarterfinals, we have Bulgaria versus Ukraine, Russia versus the Czech Republic, Croatia versus Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina versus Macedonia. Now, one thing about the format of the quarterfinals here, guys, I did not do this on purpose. This was just happenstance, circumstance of the draw. All the Balkan teams are on the same bottom half of the bracket. Again, not on purpose. That's just how it was. So, the first quarterfinal between Bulgaria and Ukraine. I've got a 1-0 victory for Ukraine in extra time. I think it goes the full 90 minutes. There's no It's still 0-0, but Ukraine wins because Bulgaria proves to be sturdy, but it is Ukraine's quality that shine through in the end. Ukraine goes to the semifinals, 1-0 after extra time. Bulgaria are out. Host nation Russia versus the Czech Republic. I'm going to go with the Czech Republic to take a surprise early lead here, and then Russia to respond by scoring 2 goals to win this match 2-1. So Russia goes through, Czech Republic out. Croatia versus Serbia. I have gone with a... I'm going to say a win for Croatia. I'm just trying to think of the score line is all. I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1 for Croatia. Serbia's out. Croatia to the semis. Bosnia-Herzegovina versus Macedonia. I'm gone with a 2-0 victory for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Macedonia out. So let's get to the semifinals. So the semifinals, we have Ukraine versus Russia. Yeah, I know they can't play each other because of the Crimea thing, but politics aside, that's how the format of my bracket shapes up to be. Ukraine, like I said, they're going to be in League A next season in the Nations League. Russia looks like they're going to join them and head there as well. Russia also, again, the host nation in this tournament. I don't think there's I really don't think there's very much separating these two sides here. But I think I would give the edge to Russia. Russia to win this 1-0 over Ukraine. And then Croatia versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. Let's be honest, guys. From the very start of this video, you thought I was going to pick Croatia to win this tournament. They've won the Adriatic Cup. They've won the former Yugoslav Cup. They won the Balkan Cup. You can't win them all. And I think Bosnia-Herzegovina can beat them. Bosnia-Herzegovina, they could be promoted to League A. They're 1 point away from one more game to getting promoted to League A. Croatia in a tough group with Spain and England. They could be relegated to League B. I'm going with an Edin Dzeko masterclass here. And Bosnia-Herzegovina sees this out. And they win this match 1-0 over Croatia. Yes. It is boring and it is too predictable to pick the best teams to win every tournament, guys. So, sue me. So the third placed match would basically be a rematch between Ukraine and Croatia, two teams that were in Group C together. Remember, we had Croatia beating Ukraine 2-1. This match is for the bronze medal. And you know what? I say, what the hell, why not? This match ends in a high-scoring 3-3 draw, and Ukraine are victorious on penalties. Yes. So, I got Croatia finishing in 4th place in the Slavic Cup. Ukraine, who comes in 3rd place, the bronze medal. And then, guys, the final, I have Russia versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. The host nation, by the way, Russia versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. And to be honest, I like what Bosnia's been doing lately, but Russia also look like a very solid team. They are essentially under Stanislav Cherchesov are showing that what happened in the World Cup was not just a matter of home soil theatrics. They look really solid. And Russia right now look to be in the best shape they've been since Euro 2008. I think this is the best Russian team. And home soil, I'm going to have to say the host nation wins this, guys. Russia defeats Bosnia-Herzegovina. Scoreline 3-2. 3-2 to the host nation, Russia. And Dennis, for an added cherry, I say Denis Cheryshev wins the Golden Boot. Get it? Cheryshev. Anyway, so Russia wins the Slavic Cup. Bosnia-Herzegovina in second. Ukraine in third. Croatia in fourth. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you guys. If not tomorrow, then the next day, God willing. Until then, have a good one. Much love, and peace out.